As part of my garage build, I wanted distributed audio in 3 different zones all the way throughout the garage and also on the covered patio. Today's episode is the start of that project, and we are unboxing this media rack back here and putting it together. I'll show you where it's going to go, kind of what we also did up here in the upstairs so we can support that much power going through it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Detached Garage. Today you join me in the upstairs area, the loft area of my garage. And today we are going to assemble a media rack. And yeah, that's the goal for today, because this is the hub of our distributed audio project in the garage. So we've got a 15U NavePoint media rack, and it is going to go in the storage area up above the garage. And so I've got, let's see if I can get this in the shot here. I've got this little door here, this break in the wall that goes around. And so we still have to build a door, but behind this, kind of over here, it's tough to see, the media rack is going to go right back here. And that is going to house our POE switch. It's going to house our amplifier. It's going to house our upcoming sponsor for the distributed audio hubs. We'll kind of talk about that in a little bit. But the first step to be able to do that is to get a working media rack so we can put all those things into it. So today we are unboxing and assembling the media rack. Stick around. All right, guys, so we have the base assembled. So basically what already comes pre-assembled is the bottom of it, the top of it, and there are cooling fans inside of it that you can plug in. And then the sides slide up into the base and down. So this whole rectangular section here and that whole rectangular section there kind of fit into place. And then you put these little tracks in, and then let's see if we can get the light here. There are these 13 millimeter nuts and hex head screws, Allen head screws that you screw in place, 2, 4, 6, 8 of them to assemble the base. So the hardest part is this is probably, I don't know, 35 pounds just with all this stuff on it. So getting all of it on top of each other, I had to put it on the stool, so it was easier to, screw in the bottom screws, all that. So the next section talks about putting the uprights in, but I think I am actually going to put the casters on so I can use the stool again and make it easier on myself. Let's get back to it. All right, guys, so it is a few days later. It got a little too hot up here and in the garage to keep working that night, and I had other stuff to do. But we have the 15U rack pretty much assembled. We've got both of the uprights in, and you can really leave the rack like this if you want to. It does come with a glass door for the front, a solid piece for the back, and sides as well. We're probably going to put the sides on, which are right over there, but not necessarily the front and the back quite yet, because we've still got a lot of speaker wire to run in to the rack. We've got to put the POE switch in the rack. So the main components that are going to go in the rack are a POE switch and a multi-zone, multi-channel amplifier. So if you're not familiar with Snap One, I'm a Snap One dealer. So this is the Triad 125 watt, 8-channel, 4-zone. So this is going to be perfect for what we're trying to do. This is the Ubiquity 24 POE Pro switch. So 24 ports of POE, and it has SFP Plus, which we are running our fiber optic cable from the house in my current media rack up to this. So we will have 10 gig connection speed between this and the main piece in the house. And then we're going to run every single TV, every single security camera, all POE powered from this switch, which will be over here behind this wall in the garage. So these are the two main components. And then we also have a 2U shelf right here that we will be putting in. And that is for one of our sponsors, WiiM. So we are going to do 3 of the WiiM Pro Plus modules. I know they're coming out with the WiiM Ultra, but the Pro Plus is the highest level DAC you can get right now. These are, I'll put a link in the description to pretty much everything in this video, but these are what is going to allow us to do the multi-channel audio. So we have 3 of these, and we we'll hook POE up to each of these, and so it'll connect to the WiiM app, and we can select the main garage right below us, the patio outside, or the wash bay over here. Those are going to be the 3 zones, and we will show you in another episode how to wire all these up once we get all the speakers placed and run. But that is going to be the main setup for this media rack. We are going to have the switch, the amplifier, a shelf, and the 3 WiiM Pros sitting on the shelf. And then depending on the connectivity, we'll also have one of the Ubiquity access points. I'll either put it kind of on top of here or probably potentially on the same shelf as the WiiM. So let's start filling this rack with our equipment. You always want to leave the first slot up at the very top empty, just in case you want to do a patch panel or something like that. So we're going to start in 14 with the POE switch, and that way we can do a patch panel down to 14 here. And then I don't know if I'm going to go right in 13 for the amp. I might give it a little bit of airspace, so I might go in 12. But yeah, we're next step is to get those things installed after we get the shelf in place and get that installed here. All right, shelf is installed. Let's unbox this Unify POE switch. Oh, it's so satisfying, their packaging. They have definitely gone the Apple route with packaging design. Good. Box here with hardware. There is the POE switch. So sleeve is off, and there it is, the 24 POE Pro switch with the SFP Plus ports. So right here on the sides, you have your tapped holes to put your clips on so that it can mount into the rack. So let's open this box here and get these tabs out so we can put them on and get it in the rack. So this handy dandy hardware kit comes with everything you need. So we took these out. These are the countersunk brackets here. So line those up. I'm using the foam here to help hold. And then we're gonna take these screws out and install them here. All right, our brackets are on, our clips are in, both sides. We've got our screws ready. Let's get this installed. All right, the rack is installed. Let's unbox this amplifier and put that in next. All right, guys, so we have both the amp and the PoE switch installed. You can see from the side here how it's suspended. And yeah, so the amp came with a few other pieces that we gotta put in the back of it, as well as a power cord. I did end up spacing these apart. I've got the room, might as well keep some additional space between them for airflow and heat management and everything like that. The amp has two fans on it, and we will be putting this Wattbox power distribution system in here. But yeah, both power there, and then we will put the WiiM Pro Plus on here. So I hope you enjoyed the assembly of the rack, kind of see the vision a little bit for the future of a multi-zone distributed audio in the garage. 3 different zones: the main garage, the porch, and then the wash bay. We'll have a full episode coming up on how to properly set up the WiiM Pro Plus, how to integrate it with the amp, everything like that. Detailed installation video for distributed multi-zone audio. If you have any questions at all, please put them in the comments below. Again, if you need something from Snap One, let me know. I'm a distributor. I do drop ship. And then if you have any other questions about the amp, about the rack, about the Ubiquity equipment that I'm using, please put them in the comments or email me below. Thank you again for coming along with this journey, and thank you for watching Detached Garage.